Hi guys, this is Shahid. Today I'm going to teach you what is environment, ecology and ecosystem. So what is environment? Environmental science is an interdisciplinary field that includes both scientific and social aspects of human impacts on the world. The word environment is usually understood to mean the surrounding conditions that affect organism. In a broader definition, environment is everything that affects an organism during its lifetime. In turn, all organisms, including people, affect many components in their environment. This is environment. Next, classification of environment. Environment is classified into further three divisions: physical environment, biological environment and cultural environment. Physical environment is further divided into atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. Biological environment is further divided into floral, faunal and microbial. Cultural environment, society, economy and politics. Components of environment. The two major components of environment are abiotic components, air, water and land, etc. Biotic components are all living organisms around us, while plants, animals and microorganisms. These are abiotic components and biotic components. Components of environment, we are going to see detail. Earth environment can be further subdivided into the following four segments: atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. So first, atmosphere. It is the gaseous envelope surrounding the earth and extend up to 500 kilometers above the earth's surface. Constitute volume, gases in the atmosphere: nitrogen 78.1%, oxygen 20.9%, water vapor 0.125%, argon 0.9%, carbon dioxide 0.03%. Trace constituent balance. The trace constituents include helium, neon, kryptons, xenon, SO2, NO2, ammonia, ozone and carbon monoxide, etc. The atmosphere, which is a gaseous cover, protects the earth from cosmic radiation and provide the sustainable oxygen the micronutrients nitrogen and carbon dioxide need for photosynthesis. The atmosphere screens the dangerous ultraviolet radiation from the sun and allow only radiation in the range of 300 nanometers to 2500 nanometers and radio waves. The atmosphere plays a major role in maintaining the heat balance of the earth by absorbing the different three emitted radiation from the earth. Layers of atmosphere. The lowest layer of atmosphere is troposphere. Lowest layer of atmosphere extend up to 10 kilometers, contain 99% of water vapor and 75% of atmospheric gases. The troposphere is first layer above the surface and contain most clouds and half of the earth atmosphere. Weather occurs in this layer. Second one is stratosphere. After the troposphere, second layer is stratosphere, directly above the troposphere, extending from 10 kilometer about 10 kilometer to about 50 kilometers above the earth's surface. Portion of upper layer contains high level of gas called ozone. Many jet aircrafts fly in the stratosphere because it is very stable. This layer of atmosphere is very stable, so many jet aircraft fly in the stratosphere. Also, ozone layer absorbs the harmful rays from the sun. So ozone layer is in the stratosphere. Mesosphere. Next is the mesosphere. After the stratosphere, the next layer is mesosphere. Extend from the top of the stratosphere to about 85 kilometer above the earth's surface. So 50 to 85 kilometer is mesosphere, coldest layer with little ozone. Meteors or rock fragments burn up in the mesosphere. Ionosphere layer of the charged particle. Next is ionosphere. Next is thermosphere, thickest atmospheric layer found between 85 to 500 kilometers above the earth's surface. The thermosphere is layer with alloys, known for its high temperature, warm, as it filters out X-rays and gamma rays from the sun. Ionosphere here to help carry radio waves. Last one is exosphere. The atmosphere merges into the space in the extremely thin exosphere. This is upper limit of atmosphere. Next component is lithosphere. The earth crust consists of the soil and rocks is the lithosphere. The soil is made up of inorganic and organic matters and water. The main mineral constituents are components, compounds or mixtures derived from the elements silica, Ca, calcium, potassium, aluminium, Fe, Mn, TiO, etc., oxides, silicates and carbonates. The organic constituents are mainly polysaccharides, organocompound of N, P, nitrogen, phosphorus and sulfur. The organic constituent, even though from only around 4% to 6%, the lithosphere, they are responsible for the fertility of the soil and hence it is its productivity. Next component is hydrosphere. This comprise all water resources, both surface and groundwater. The world's water is found in ocean and seas, lakes and reservoir, rivers and stream. The polar regions, in addition to groundwater below the land area. The distribution of water among these resources is as under: ocean and seas contains 96 to 97%, glacier and polar ice caps 2 to 3%, freshwater less than 1%. The water locked up in the ocean and sea are too salty and cannot be used directly for human consumption, domestic agriculture or industrial purpose. Only less than 1% water resources are available for human exploitation. Water is considered to be a common compound of uncommon properties. These uncommon properties, examples, anomalous expansion of water, are mainly responsible for supporting terrestrial and aquatic life on Earth. Next component is biosphere. The biosphere is a capsule encircling the Earth's surface wherein all the living things exist. This portion extends from 10,000 meter below sea level to 6,000 meter above sea level. Life form do not exist outside this zone. We can see here this is atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. This is biosphere, where all the living thing is present. It contains all the atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere where life is exist. So this is biosphere. Life sustaining resources like food, water and oxygen present in the biosphere are being withdrawn and waste product in increasing quantities are being dumped. Types of environment. There are mainly two types of environment: natural environment and man-made environment. Natural environment, the environment that comes in its existence by its own or naturally, is called natural environment. Without interference of humans, it operates through the self-regulating mechanism. Man-made environment is modified by human activities. And man-made environment is which is modified by humans. Scientific technologies which is result of human brains is decorating the natural environment. Environmental degradation. Next topic is environmental degradation. What is environmental degradation? Let us understand it. It is the process by which our environment, i.e. air, water and land, is progressively contaminated, overexploited and destroyed. When the environment becomes less valuable or damaged, environmental degradation is said to be occur. In specific term, environmental degradation is the deterioration of the environment through depletion of resources such as air, water, soil and forest, the destruction of ecosystem and the existence of wildlife. Causes of environmental degradation. Social factors and economical factors. Social factors are growing population, poverty, urbanization, changing lifestyle. Economical factors are agriculture development, industrialization and economical development. Growing population. Population is the greatest resource of any country and a major contributory factor for development, and yet it is a major cause of environmental degradation, as we find the rapid pace of population growth has led to be excessive utilization of natural resources. Huge population also lead to huge production of wastage. The resultant outcome are loss of biodiversity, pollution of air, water and soil and increased pressure on aerobic land. All these have been putting great stress on the environment. Next is poverty. Poverty is said to be both the cause and effect of environmental degradation. You may have seen that poor people use natural resources more than the rich. They use this for building their huts, for cooking, for their food and meeting many other needs. In this way, they deplete these resources faster, as they have no opportunity of gaining access to other types of resources that are primarily exploited by rich. As we know, the more the resources are utilized, the more degradation the environment becomes. The more the environment deteriorates, the more impoverished the poor will be. Next is urbanization. You may have observed a large number of poor people from villages moving to town, cities and mega cities to earn their livelihoods. This has led to unplanned and rapid exploitation, such as creating creating enormous pressure on the infrastructure facilities. If you live in a city, you may be experiencing this pressure of housing, water and electricity supply and sewage. You would be aware of following slums, urban slums, and are major sources of pollution and suffer from worse kind of unhygienic condition. The fast pace of urbanization has also been responsible for the depletion of forests and irrigation use of other resources. Changing lifestyle. There has been a remarkable change in the lifestyle of living of people. This change is visible not only among the people living in cities and towns, but also among those who live in villages. The changing lifestyle of people has enormous increased their level of consumption. It has also resulted in the increase of human activities that are causing serious damage to the environment in many ways. It has contributed to air, water, sound, vehicular and industrial pollution. The fallout of fast increasing use of modern gadgets like refrigerators and air conditioners is the release of harmful gases in the atmosphere. This has been causing global warming, which is very dangerous. In fact, due to overuse of modern gadgets, harmful gas like carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide are released, which lead to global warming. Agriculture development is so important for country like ours, but this has been affected the environment adversely. It is also affect the environment and cause the environmental degradation. Next topic is interrelationship among living organisms. Biological interaction are the interaction between organisms in a community. In the natural world, no organism exists in absolute isolation, and thus every organism must interact with environment and other organisms. In ecology, biological interaction are the relation between two species in an ecosystem. This relation can be categorized in many different classes of interaction based either on the effect or on the mechanism of interaction. There are 6 types of symbiotic relationship: parasitism, mutualism, commensalism, mutualism, competition and predation. So first, mutualism. What is mutualism? Mutually beneficial interaction between individual of two species. The contact between the two organisms may intimate or it may be occasional or periodic. The best example of mutualism relationship between animal can be of Egyptian plover and the crocodile. This is Egyptian plover birds and crocodile in the tropical African jungle. The crocodile lies keeping its mouth open. The plover bird flies into the mouth of the crocodile and eat the decaying meat stuck into its teeth. The crocodile does not eat the plover but appreciate the free dental care. This way both of them are benefit from each other. This interrelationship is called mutualism. Next is commensalism. Individual of one species benefits while individual of other species do not benefit or not harm is called as commensalism. Example is of a bird net in a tree. This is the example of commensalism. The bird is benefiting because the tree is giving the bird shelter and tree is not getting anything in return. This is the example of commensalism. Next is parasitism. Parasitism is a situation where one organism benefits while the other is harmed. For example, mosquitoes is a parasite feeding on human while transferring the disease called malaria. Similarly, lice are an example of parasitism because they feed on the blood from the human head. This is the 2 examples of parasitism. Next is neutralism. Neutralism is the situation where both species remain unaffected. Bacterian camel and a long-tailed tadpole swim, both living in Gobi Desert. This is the example of neutralism where no one is benefited or no one is harmed. Next is amensalism. Amensalism is a relationship in which a product of one organism has a negative effect on another organism. The bread mold penicillium is a common example of it. Penicillium secretes penicillin, a chemical that kills bacteria. These antibiotic compounds inhibit the growth of many species of bacteria. This is the example of amensalism. Second example of amensalism is allopathy, in which some plants produce chemical compound that inhibit the growth of nearby would be competitor is one type of amine-salicylic interaction is the black walnut tree, which secretes juglone, a chemical that harms or kills some species of neighborhood plants from its root. Thank you.